I always click the start streaming button, and I'm always paranoid that it doesn't actually do anything, and I'm talking to a void. Um, Hopefully that's not the case. It's probably fine. Okay. Let me get my chat set up on my iPad, and then I will hop right into it. Um, this is a lovely content warning. Hello, old Nightcrawler enjoyer. How are you doing? There. Post that to let the masses know. All right, now I'll open Twitch on my iPad. The game doesn't have any sound right now, so hopefully you don't hear anything at all other than my voice. That would be a good sign. But once the game does start having sound, because I'm assuming that it does, let me know if the audio levels are all good and all that. Okay. Alright. Chat set up. I will alt-tab over to the game now. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. No premature endings, no wrong decisions, only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. That's nice. That's cute, and I believe it. Awesome. Okay. Let me change my preferences real quick. I'm gonna full screen this. Yeah. I don't think any of these other... What other controls could there be? Cute. Okay. That messed up my capture? Thank you for catching that. Here we go. Small screen for a second. If I had a VNG tuber, I'd probably make the game about this size, right? Chat could be here, I could be like here. You actually can't see my mouse, I'm realizing that. But you get the message. Alright, full screen that shit. Alright, that looks better. Oh, also now that there's music playing, sound seems okay? If it's... Okay. Alright. I guess I'll just hop right into it, right? The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I didn't know this game had voice acting, actually.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, shit. I really don't know a thing about this game. There's so many options here. Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Can someone else do it? I don't want to. Maybe I'm okay with the world ending. Do I get a reward? Thanks for telling me what to do. I've always wanted to off a Marginarch. Yeah. Maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Voices are quiet. Is the music a good sound? Okay, well, it looks like they are at max, so let me alt-tab over to OBS. Alright, let me know how that sounds.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Better? Thank you. But is it perfect?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
That's all it takes? Just leaving the cabin? Not like, she just has to, like, walk out? She's not, like, gonna do something when she leaves?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I guess I'll just go through them all, right? End of the world, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who's we? Do you have any evidence,
Look,
jackass?
you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Killing a princess seems bad.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I don't know if... I don't think you need to contribute something for your life to be valuable, personally. I would agree that slaying a princess is not inherently worse than killing a fisherman, miller, or a seamstress. Because I guess I don't know about the princess. Knowing this game, I'm sure something is up. But I'm under the impression that we're all human here, right? Could someone else do it?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Oh, this is new. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Let's get it over with. Thanks for telling me what to do. And I can leave. I don't want to do it.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
What if I want the world to end?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Does the princess want the world to end?
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Do I get a reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
That's fair.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. But whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
A really good sandwich. Okay. What if I just leave? Like, what if? I assume it would just, like, there's multiple endings, right? I assume there is an ending for just leaving. Right? Maybe. Why wouldn't there be? I guess is my first question. There's 130 something achievements in this game, I noticed on the Steam page. I don't know if I'm gonna get all of them, but you'd slay a princess for a good sandwich. What if if the reward is better than we can imagine? What if it's 2 good sandwiches? I'm just gonna leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I mean, I had to get here somehow. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I don't want to go.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yep.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Is that the same voice?
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It sounded like it was you.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How
They got me.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
They got me. Let me just take a sip of my Diet Coke here. Okay. Leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
They should really call your bluff here and like let you like straight up just leave, and then it should delete the game from your library and you have to pay another like $10 to get it back. You know? How serious are they about this? You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
You don't know who you're fucking talking to.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that?
Who could have
We're
seen
at
this one
the cabin
coming?
again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
No fighting it. I have to go to the cabin. I'll walk in. I'll keep doing this. I'll play the game.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Here's the thing, though. Am I really making the world worse for everyone who ever will live if she's supposedly going to end the world? Because no one will come to live. Was the cabin in the background of this path before?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Fuck. There's multiple princesses.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Fuck, he got me. He sees through my ruse.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh well. Oh, that was easy. Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. First question. This wall here, that wasn't there before, was it? Second question. I guess I don't have one.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm wise to your tricks. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. A wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
It was your voice again. That's all I'm saying.
Let's keep an open mind.
Oh, I don't get no choice. Man. Alright, into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Well, now I want to know what the cabin would have maybe originally looked like if I had gone into it.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Can I kill myself?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong.
I feel like you can say that.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
I'm calm.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
I'm calm.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
What about the mirror?
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table,
The mirror's right there.
sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
The mirror is right there.
There's definitely a mirror.
I see the mirror. It's right there.
There isn't.
It's right there.
You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Am I the princess? I want to see how handsome I am.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
The mirror's right
Why
there.
would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
The mirror's right there.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your
I've got
hand
hands.
against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I have claws.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay. What if I just don't take the knife? Because, I mean, I don't have to. I haven't even met the princess yet. Sorry, I'm looking at the background again. Was it so... wavy before? Or did that just happen?
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Makes a good point.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Let's be cool.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
It is better. I feel confident. I feel ready to slay a princess.
Fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
I want to. I kind of do want to. No, it's fine. Let's meet the princess.
The door to
What
the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Actually, I would say down is the only place that they go.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to
Hi,
it.
Vince.
The kind of indiscernible
You didn't miss
quality
that much.
comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
I haven't even slayed.
Oh,
I haven't
it
even
is
seen the princess yet.
simultaneously everything, and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
To be fair, I only finished chapter 1 in like 5 minutes because I refused to do anything, and it got mad at me.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
We know that she's a princess.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
And we know that she's a princess.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
The harsh stairs, soft stairs, and just like normal ones.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down,
It's
but
down.
at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
This looks like down.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
Can I actually?
And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Sure, man. Whatever.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh, okay.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Is this all because I didn't want to go in the cabin?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish. until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
That's supposed to be
Can I
hair?
help you?
Oh. Hi. I didn't even press any buttons. She just did that. Hi.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
God, I'm the same, but a process has occurred. I've been multiplied by 1.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why
Something
you're
just
here.
happened.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
I'm calm. I'm fine. I'm calm.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Actually, she does not seem normal. Like, even the littlest bit. Well, I know you're locked up down here. You're a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. What's your name, girl?
Princess.
I rock with it. I fuck with it.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
What the fuck?
Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, princess. Sound.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
I think she did that.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
I mean, the narrator was there. Wouldn't he know?
Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
So the narrator isn't like... The hero and the voice of the contrarian are... They remember, but the narrator doesn't remember things from each time loop that I assume is happening?
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late.
Oh, it is.
You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Can we make even more of her? I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't leave anything here. Leave her in the base. Oh. And slay the princess? Why are these the same option? I don't get to... I select all 3 at once. I select free, leave, and slay. I'm gonna make another one, I guess. There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. You need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
Okay, girl.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You would always start by stabbing her. Which her?
Probably the one in the middle.
Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I like the idea of making things worse. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here, and with a sharp, sharp knife, too.
And another one.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
I like having a million answers.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Another one.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Okay.
sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Slay that princess.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
I don't think I'm getting out of this one.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Nothing is excruciating, I agree.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Hey, she's been stabbed.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Kill the narrator.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
I don't know about that one, girl. Hi, Ellen. We tried to slay the princess, and it's not going great.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
I did think that, and that's why I made the wrong choices.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
I regret nothing.
Please.
No. Bye-bye. Bye. Does that count as a slaying? Oh, an achievement. When everything is possible, nothing is. You don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else. It's a fucking mirror. The mirror that I saw, it's the mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Ellen, as someone who knows something about this game, is this a good ending to get first? I guess. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
But I want to.
No. Don't do that.
I want to look at the mirror. Narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now? Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
All choices lead to the same ending, so it doesn't really matter. What the hell? I thought this was a multiple ending kind of game.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's me! Hi! Hey, I got another achievement for that. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Back to the cabin? Hey girl. You're at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I'm not that. Is that me? Am I fragile? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? Destroy your body. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Cool. Were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yes. It does. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
She looks like... Not to make everything about Lobotomy Corporation, but I feel like she would fit in, you know? Guy who only plays Project Moon. This reminds me of Project Moon. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Not a bad thing to be.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Vince, I don't want to be mean, but I'm not scared, personally. Maybe I should turn my lights off. Should I play it in the dark? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
I kind of don't care about these questions. I feel like I should ask everything, but I also kind of don't care. Personally. Did you send me here to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Cool. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
This is just like Limbus Company. This is just like Limbus Company.
There
Sorry.
is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I kind of don't believe her to be able to, because I, the player, am gonna remember everything.
Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
But I don't think I will. How many more do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Cool.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
What if I don't let you?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
Hi, Lena!
Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I'm not going back. Sorry.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
I've got nothing but time.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I'm gonna put you in a little heart-shaped locket, and then when I'm missing home, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna look at the picture of you next to the picture of me. And then when they close the locket, it'll be like we're kissing.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you.
Fuck.
I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to
I
mine.
do always want to know what it means to be me. She got me, damn it. Nope. Did my game just... Did it just crash my fucking game? Why would they do that to me? I'm going to assume that that was intentional. Cause I chose to wait forever. 1 second, y'all. Let's get that back up and running. While that opens, I'm gonna turn off my light. I'm gonna turn off my light and my ceiling fan, and it's gonna get warm and cozy.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Okay. Hey! What's going on? You were gone mere moments. I never left your side. I just asked that, didn't I? Alright, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Sure thing.
You won't.
Aw. Jeez. Everything goes dark. And you die. Between Dialga and Palkia, which pack do I open in Trading Card Game Pocket? Do me a favor and open the rates and tell me which one Oddish is in. And then, actually don't even have to tell me, just open the one that Oddish is in. And do that. And if you get an Oddish, I will consider that a victory. Open Dialga. Yeah. Alright, I'm dead. A rich and vibrant heart, bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
An achievement called The Real Slay the Princess
and in the
starts
basement
here.
of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Yeah. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard, or thank you. Bye. Skip. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Skip.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her
The
power
dialogue's
to
not
stop
skipping.
you from slaying her. Don't believe. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Kevin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only
I haven't heard
furniture
this
of
before
note
because I
is a
decided to be
plain
typical.
wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not gonna take the blade. Fuck you.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hi.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Can I romance the princess? Can I kiss the princess?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I don't give a fuck
Hi.
about you, narrator.
Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Sure.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Look at those eyes.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Look at those eyes.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
They could have. Are there ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Sure, girl.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Sure, Jan.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is she gonna, like, eat us? That'd be cool.
Is someone else here?
I would be into that, personally. Let's try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Sucks.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah.
Easier for who?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
What if I beat her to death? That's the slaying the
I
princess
heard the door
method.
slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay. Okay. I wanted her to eat me! Eat me!
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
I hope I'm next.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Chop her arm off.
Like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
I don't think I liked that sound effect.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Yikes, 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 yikes.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Oh well.
She
Not worrying about
smiles
that.
softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Of course.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
The narrator doesn't even know that everything is fake and nothing is real.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her and slay the princess.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the
Aw.
blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't want to get out of here alive. Nothing is real anyways. Because I'm gonna go meet my three-headed queen after this, right?
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yes! She's gonna kill me.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
And I believe her.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
And I would do it again.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She's just like... I feel like, to be fair, if it gets the job done, then you're using the knife correctly, right?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
And she's doing this all with one hand.
It can't just end like this, right?
It probably could.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bye-bye. The damsel. Okay. What was it before? The stranger?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What are we waiting for? What do we know? Okay. But I died. Oh, you bastard. I'm wise to your tricks. What did I click on last time? Wait, so I've tried to leave during chapter 1. I have not turned around to leave in chapter 2. Would that make a difference? I mean, all paths lead to the cabin, right? But don't leave. Okay. Please. Okay. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay.
Our beloved?
Yes, I'm in agreement.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4? 1 second. Hero smitten. Me princess? That's 4.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
And you know what? From a girl as cute as her,
What can I say?
I get it.
A world without love is a world that isn't worth
I'm
saving.
always saying this. Alright, let's go.
A warning. She will lie. We
Yeah.
already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart.
I like the sound of his voice, too.
My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
And it's almost Valentine's Day. This is perfect timing.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Cabin time.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror.
Okay.
There's definitely... There isn't.
We're
I'm
doing this
sure
again.
the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
The mirror's right there. But, yeah, it doesn't matter.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
Capital H, he.
I'm
Is
not
the narrator
lying
God?
to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it...
Okay.
There was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
I'm gonna leave the blade behind again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess.
Oh, buzz off.
We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
What if we wanna kiss the princess?
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
I can just say it out loud. My love, we're here to rescue you from your foul and unjust imprisonment.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She's so nice.
And she called us a hero.
Aww.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
I might have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
That's not what happened.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
Oh well.
I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
And we will not be doing that.
We
Who
damned the
gaff?
whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
That hurt. They bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Not true.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Thank you.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
I've been saying this.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
2 narrators? Ooh, that would be a nice one.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Except for that other guy that's just like you, and then that other guy who's just like you.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease.
I don't know if that's quite how it works.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Instead of her eating her wrist off, what if I ate her wrist off?
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
V is for Vince. V is indeed for Vince.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life.
Can we
with
kill
a
ourselves?
second thought. You wouldn't.
Can we kill ourselves?
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Hey, girl.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anything for you, my queen.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Aww.
Ugh.
And now she bites into my neck and rips my head off with the power of her jaw.
If only you had a weapon. One
Right?
slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Can I kiss? What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Do you want to end the world?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
And she's gonna say, I think I want to end the world.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
The world sucks. People are a plague. I have no feelings.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
She's like, that's weird. Even she was weirded the fuck out.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she won't end the world. All is well, and it's high time we take our beloved to our happy ending. She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
You have to want something more than just make me happy. I want you to make me unhappy. I just want to leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Not really.
I like to think that you do, actually.
We saw ourselves in the mirror, in our first run through, but we didn't get like a clear picture.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Why can't she be? She has a gorgeous smile.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
We marry the
Let's
princess.
see. Oh, that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
This jackass.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Actually, this is my third time meeting her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I got it.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks
This
open.
game's
Are
easy.
you kidding me? Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
Yeah, we've upgraded from 1 room for her entire life to a solid 2 rooms. And therefore, that's everything she wants.
That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Marry the princess. All we need to be happy is each other.
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need
Did
is
her eyes
each
get bigger?
other. That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it? Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening. You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? We not enough for her?
What if she crawls out the window?
She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
So true.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic haze. Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Let's end the world.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Sometimes.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and
We do have feathers.
worthy of a princess.
Oh, there go the hands. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. Time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
That's because it is.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's the end for you.
What
Not
was
for me.
that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Hey, I've grown. Great. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Are you the same you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant?
Not quite.
I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Sometimes they can be.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Cool. I don't want to attack her. She's nice to me. I've never tried to destroy my body. But I don't know. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Certainly. Oh. Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the damsel to her. Okay. What if I do the entire thing without talking at all?
You make your way up.
What if I just straightforward
You take
stab
the
it into
blade
her?
from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Like, I'm gonna go into this stone cold.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She was not that cruel before.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah. Nuh-uh. Yes.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay.
So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Yeah, who's scared now?
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Not really.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped
It's
breathing
over,
moments ago.
Isn't it?
That arrogant look still
Isn't
plastered
it?
on her face.
Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? Okay. Kill that princess.
But is it over? Really over?
No, we got chapter 2. Of course not.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
She could choke us to death.
I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead.
She's looking at me.
Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Alright, bye.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
You killed her.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Sure, Jan.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Bye-bye.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world
And she's
saved
just gonna
from
be there.
certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Aw.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
It's almost like if I stop playing the game, they stop existing.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
And I believe that. I got rid of the baddest princess in the shortest time. Does it not, like... I don't get to see that personality again? It doesn't, like, cycle through them? Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
I think we might. I like it here.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
And I'm happy.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
I believe it. Yay!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Past the point of no return, no going back. Okay. Maybe I'm not happy.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Is it killing ourselves?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of
Are
this.
we killing ourselves?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, And I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
I'm cool with that.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Okay.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
Sure.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Well, I wanted a sandwich.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Is she still there?
Princess's
Oh,
body
she's
is
bones.
dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Oh man, she's bones.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The
Yay.
end. Nice knowing you.
Smash? Yeah. The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're
Yeah.
here to...
Yeah. I'm wise to your tricks. But I already killed the princess. I'm just gonna go to the cabin. I know what's going on here. Thank you very much.
A warning. She won't be a problem.
She won't. We're gonna kill her. Stone-faced, cold, kill.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
I can look in the mirror again, just for you, Vince.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Well, I know something that you don't, Mr. Voice of the Cold. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this.
I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I actually believe the narrator here. I do think he can't see the mirror. We can see the mirror because it's the same mirror that we get at the end of every, loop or whatever. But I don't think the narrator's aware of it. Anyways, take the blade. Let's kill this girl.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I do think the narrator's a lying bitch, but not about this.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The
Sure,
room
Jan.
below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Princess?
As
Aw,
you
she's
descend the final
bones!
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall
Smash.
by a thick chain.
I would. Yeah, I would. I know, because I know how beautiful she was when she was alive.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Hey, girl.
2 deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
This definitely a smash.
And
Oh,
finally,
fuck
the
yeah.
rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Hey, girl. Little known fact about me, I rock with ghosts. I rock with them.
Ghost?
I fuck with ghosts. Forgive my French.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I thought it was fine.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
I'm into this.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Oh, I'm down to attempt it, but I don't quite know if that's how ghosts work. Slay the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how
Who
many
could've seen this
times you
coming?
stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You don't care.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Oh, my heart.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
You know what? You're right. My bad.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
I died too. Stop playing the victim. Let's play the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Yeah.
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
Hey, are we about to kiss?
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, Killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home.
I don't know if I believe that.
Wherever home is.
The void. The void.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
And she's still hot, even when she looks like this.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Rip out my heart!
Yes?
Rip out my heart!
Nothing happens.
Aw, god damn it.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened, and yet it didn't. We're fine. You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Rip out my heart!
The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Okay.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart.
Yes!
It thumps. Unsteadily.
Yes! Oh my goodness, I love how that looks.
Did we get her?
No, I don't think we did.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, Killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
It's unfortunate. Chapter 3? There's another one?
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her.
I'm gagged a little bit, actually.
Again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
It was, because this is programmed and it's a video game.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Well, I've been through quite a few.
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
And I kind of was.
Well, were you happy?
Yeah.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
This is me when I lie and then I tell another lie to not get caught in my first lie.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again.
I will.
Maybe we won't.
I'll kill her.
Maybe we'll even free her.
I'll think about it. Are you the same narrator?
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
And this all makes perfect sense if you were just listening, hero.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
I like that idea, actually. I propose kill narrator.
They've
Slay the
clearly
narrator.
all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Slay the narrator. We've killed her and we've been killed by her, and neither of those have gone well for us. Might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? Something else we haven't tried. I'll go to the cabin.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Let's just enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
It's
long
just
and
a mirror.
dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Well, I see the mirror.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
What's behind the mirror?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement. Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
And I believe that.
He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Okay, mirror time.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
And why would you say that? Why
We've
would you put
always
that in
been
my head?
watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe it clean.
Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Great, it's gone.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts
Can I see her?
your bones.
Jesus!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
I don't get a choice at all on this one? She just kills me?
You're met
Oh!
with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You know what? I would smash. I would do it. I like the hair. I like the big old eyes that look kind of like flashlights. But I'm also incredibly distracted by my feathery legs and my very long toes. Which, to be honest, is doing a lot for me right now.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Why would I do that?
I thought maybe you'd see what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse.
Do you see how wide her mouth opens? Yeah, smash.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
Yeah, I rock with this.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Kick her.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
Kick her in the face.
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one.
Slay the princess. I guess. Sure. I'll let her do it.
See you in a jiffy.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Hey.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
I just can't help but notice we're both on the ground. She's between my legs.
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Yes, ma'am.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you? Anything to get out of this hellhole. It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it.
There's nothing wrong with fixing your mistakes. I'll remember this. But I'll also never forget what you've done.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
We're so close.
We're so close.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
This fucking guy.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body till it is a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let her out.
Yes, let me out.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
You have described me into submission. The door is right there.
Oh.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's right there.
I walked to it. I placed your bloody hand on the door. I made you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
Who give a fuck?
It's gone.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
He killed himself? Great.
This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out.
The handle clicks as we push forward. The air is different here.
But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. How interesting. We actually won, didn't we?
What? What is happening to me?
And there go the hands. This is just like in Lobotomy Corporation, Blue Star, with all of the fucking legs. But you don't enter her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
You'll be fine. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I've withered. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet. Let's go to the cabin. I'm at the cabin. I approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Yeah, I understood that.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. It makes me like you more.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Thanks. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I'm ready to go back. Why not, right?
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And I die. The hero and the princess. Alright. I've always wanted to off a monarch.
That's the spirit. You make your way.
Proceed into the cabin. What have I not done yet? I guess I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement.
How do I want to play this? Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful.
Oh, this is the same one that I was just talking to,
Is
right?
she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I guess.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
People out there who think you're gonna end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Deflect. I was hoping you'd tell me. What are you gonna do if I let you out?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I mean, I certainly don't trust the narrator, but... you know. What is your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna keep you locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
I'll be good.
And if you don't...
And if I don't...
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Okay.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yeah, I'm locking you in here.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
I know more than you do, narrator.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's
real
bluffing.
talk, I haven't locked her in yet, so...
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Have I? I really don't know. We're sticking to the plan.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Oh fuck, we left the knife down there. Okay.
Okay. We can make this work.
Okay, I think I might see where this is going.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things
Okay, so
easy
she
on yourself and let me out?
did slip those chains.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
I'm fine.
Sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
I'm calm.
As she violently rattles the door,
I'm calm.
do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I have a decent idea.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, fuck you.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Diva down?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb.
Smash.
And then your feet. And then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Please! Please!
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Do I have gills? Am I a fish?
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
Actually, it's not. And I know that.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Yes.
here to
She's gonna kill me again.
again. People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met.
Okay. Well, to the cabin we go.
A warning. She will I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Cabin time. We might have that princess do.
The interior of the cabin
Oh,
is
there's not
plain.
even a door.
The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture
This is
of
like
note
Five
is a
Nights at
lone
Freddy's 2,
table
when they took
tucked
away the
on its
door.
side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Okay, girl.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
God, Foxy has come. If we don't wind that damn music box.
What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Actually, I can. I didn't notice it until 2 seconds ago, but they're staring at me through those windows.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
I guess I'll take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Can we have a gun? Would you give us a gun, please, Mr. Narrator?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, let's shoot her in the head. This whole cabin's different.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
I see 4 of her in the windows.
Calm down. Maybe the 3 of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up.
Alright, basement time.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Okay.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Hero, I need you to run down these stairs.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? Step off into the void? Like, kill myself? Kill myself? Okay.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Falling into an infinite void seemed better.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything?
You don't get it.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
This is what my basement looks like.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Do you have a princess in your basement? Actually, I am the princess in my basement that looks like this. I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna learn some helplessness.
Do nothing.
Learn some helplessness, let her come to me.
There you are.
Hey!
I told you I was going to find you.
Smash.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
You're making that sound as your blood begins to coagulate.
That was loud.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Coagulate is such a good word. It reminds me of this game called Limbus Company that everyone should play.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Hey, this is like the song that's on my YouTube recommended or whatever.
Liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
This might be Limbus Company.
What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Heart, lung, liver, nerves. Heart, lung, liver, nerves. Heart, lung, liver, nerves.
Sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
This is kind of like ASMR to me.
Lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
We can be friends.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Run and slay the princess. I really don't know what the best... Well, there is no good option here, but I don't know what I should choose. Or what I want to choose. Yeah, do your worst. Let's get out of here. I'll let you leave. Run. Slay the princess.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
My guess, I'm guessing that like if I get her outside, then I go back to the mirror and I meet the entity or whatever. And then if I like stay and run or let her kill me or kill her, then I would move on to chapter 3 where things get worse. Maybe. That is my guess. if I think that I have figured this game out, or if I have figured it out as well as I think I have, I think I'll remain with my nightmare.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission. Nobody's happy here, but maybe
I
it's
want to
for
see
the
her get
best.
freakier.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
This might be Corpse Party blood covered. Repeated fear.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
Princess, you gotta stop. Your swag too tough. What is it? Your smoke too tough. Your swag too. They'll kill you, Princess. They'll slay you.
No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Jesus.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Aw, poor girl.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Kill yourself.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Okay. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
I don't know. Is there a true end to this thing? And by any chance, would it be called the moment of clarity? I've only been playing for about 2 hours. I thought this was like a 12-hour game.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I'm just so confused. I'm confused. All paths can lead to it, if that makes sense. Well, there's 131 achievements on this game. And if I alt-tab over to my Steam page, we'll see that I have 14. So, you know, I'm almost there. Yeah, I've been here before.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
You can beat the game in 5 hours, but if you want to see everything, you'd be like 15. Well, we'll see. I don't know if I can promise. Well, I don't think I'm going to beat the game today. I'm going to go to bed at like maybe an hour and half from now, maybe more stream. And then I guess maybe on my second stream I'll get the true end. And then depending on how I feel down the line, I can always stream again to 100, you know, do a couple 100% journey streams. I don't know what I'm saying. You get the vision. You get the vision, you understand. We have the Slayer.
Slay, we decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever, I think.
Okay, there's a lot of different voices here.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your...
Is Smitten here? Does Smitten want to fuck that thing?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free.
Yeah!
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
I was gonna say, I don't think I've heard most of these voices.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
This might be Limbus Company. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
How many times have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. How many times have you all been here?
Many, 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 many times. It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
I only remember being here twice, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. What if we don't go? Can you make sense? I feel so disjointed. Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm gonna go to the cabin, I guess.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually,
Hey,
you
it's the
do
mirror.
make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
Sure.
He always says he never sees it.
That's true.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Sure, whatever, man.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there.
But there's a mirror.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
Why do you know that? Because the entity is on the other side of the mirror.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
I don't get a choice. Great. Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one.
Do you think it'll work?
Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone.
There's a
Don't you
knife
see?
there.
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
I don't know if I don't know.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember?
You reach down to take
Oh.
the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
I don't like this. I was gonna say I wasn't too unnerved by a lot of the other ones, but I don't like this one. This one makes me.
You lean over the
This
hole
one's
and
getting me for
gaze
some
into the
reason.
abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth.
Jesus.
You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
Hey girl. How's it going?
It's she's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the
Oh.
pit blinks closer.
But that looks really cool. Actually, that looks really cool.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Certainly.
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
Oh, you can.
Closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
Closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything.
That it does.
Except for me.
Great.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take me in and let me out.
I suppose I could do that.
It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
And honest, that's all I can ask for, to be honest.
A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
I don't know if I need a cage. I'll just do it willingly.
Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
I'm gonna take her hand. You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something new, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
Well, I hate you!
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
Come on out.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
You're gonna get all the arms you're gonna fold in on yourself.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
And there she goes. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
I don't know what I'm gonna look like now.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
You know what? So am I.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet cabin. Approach.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Are we?
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. I don't have a clue. Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a waiting maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough. You know what? My bad. There are voices that speak to me.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I have no fucking clue, girl. When I find him, I'm gonna kill him.
If he drives you towards my destruction, then he is steeped in delusion, for he does not know me. Just as I hold compassion for you, and you hold compassion for me, you can hold compassion for those who have wronged you.
Okay. You don't want me to kill the narrator? I really don't know. Can I just... I don't want to attack the entity because I like her, and I don't think I should destroy my body because it seems foolish. But I've never pressed it. I've never pressed the button, and the button is tempting me. Press. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently plucks the instrument from your hands.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Thanks, girl. Alright, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Oh, am I at the end?
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die? Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm just gonna go to the cabin, I guess, and see who's there.
You make your way up the short path.
Proceed. I'm not gonna take the blade this time.
The door to the basement, her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool.
Just checking in.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Oh, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What have you been eating?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I just want to make sure you're staying fit.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has
Self-care
to eat,
is
right?
important. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Okay. I was sent here to slay you. You're supposed to end the world. There's something about you that doesn't feel right.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
No. Remain silent.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? All they've done is point a finger. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down, whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world?
Yeah.
Why would I even want to?
I don't know.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like most of these options will just take me to the same thing. I can't trust you. It doesn't add up.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Well, this is new, so I think I made the right choice.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
He's scared. Narrator
You rush up
scared.
to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose you slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
She's gonna be gone.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Well...
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Actually, it looks like it did. Hey, do you think we can start over? Alright, let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
I'm gonna...
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
I'm gonna keep waiting.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers.
I think I can.
You barely even realize that you've started
to
drift off.
While standing up.
Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Is she eating me? Is she finally eating me?
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The beast. Okay. I was gonna say, this seems a lot more tame
in the woods,
than
and
most of the other ones.
Path is you're here to...
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning, but she will lie, she will cheat, and does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, cabin time. I really want one of these days, I want her to be like a giant, and I want her to like rise up behind this hill as you enter into the cabin.
For a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, let's take that blade and kill that.
You take
kill
the
that
blade
princess
from the table. It will be difficult to
Basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece.
One piece?
Though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Slay that princess, Dattebayo!
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, she growls up the stairs.
She growls?
I can smell you.
Okay.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager.
She can smell me. Okay.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the
Oh.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
What did I miss? Is there a log button? Auto. History. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Remember, she's just a princess.
Right. That should be like the game's tagline. Slay the princess. Remember, she's just a princess.
She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Throw the blade, like an arrow.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
She's in chains again. She's very clearly not in chains. Move.
You lunge to the side,
Jesus!
taking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden
That kinda
motion
got
of a
me.
massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Oh my god, she looks kind of like Toothless, the dragon.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
I don't know how I'm gonna slay that princess.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
We don't have to kill each other. What if I help you?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
I'm beginning to think that I do swing this way.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She's clearly not. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Survive. Wait for her to strike and hit her back. Play dead and stand still. This seems like a bad idea. This seems like a bad idea. New challenge. Survive.
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Okay, so we're just back from where we were. Why do you want to kill me?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
Does she want to eat me? Because I'm willing to give up if that's the case.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen.
Why do you want to eat me?
I don't question who I am or what I want. I simply do. To act is always better than to react. To do is always better than to watch.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you do well to listen to her. Less standing around asking questions, more doing exactly as I say. A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Stay alive.
You're in her snoot, or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side. It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
Yeah, I am.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
I'm starting to believe that's true. I don't think I can keep this up.
We at least have to make an opening. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last.
No, stairs is too... I feel like she's got... If I run for the stairs, she's just gonna get me. Yeah. We have to believe in ourselves. We have the voice of the hero here with us. We have to believe in ourselves.
The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
I'm gonna wait for her to strike and hit her back, I guess.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain and we are bleeding.
Well, we're doomed either way.
Exactly. If we don't do something now, we're finished. As the princess lunges at you from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip, lashing out with the blade. But your injured side stretches and tears as you move, and you find yourself slowed by the sudden pain. The princess, Moore's unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger, closes in on you. You are devoured.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place.
What the
fuck?
fuck?
Fibrous lining constricts around you.
What the
its
fuck?
slippery surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Well, I didn't expect this either, but it's what's happening.
Cooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow
Hey, before
work.
we get dissolved, can't we just, like, cut her open from the inside?
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
That's gross.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
What does happen in that book?
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
I see the vision.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that. That is a bad thing to do.
Just cut her open from the inside. Can you talk to the cabin? You could have asked me. Spit me out, or I'll kill myself. Screw you.
In an act of spiteful defiance, you pull your weapon to your throat, your shaking, ulcerous hand clenched tight around its hilt. And then you draw it across your bubbling veins. Your blood flows out, filling the tiny space inside the princess. You start to fade, a waste of a good life.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hero, but my first solution is always to kill myself.
It's better than giving in to her. But in the end, the opinions of stray voices mean little in the grand scheme of things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And also then, maybe we'll get a chapter 3, and she'll be even more cool and fucked up.
We are a path in the woods.
Whoa.
We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Clearly it's the princess.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our 3rd? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
It might be over for you, Mr. Narrator.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? We're part of her because she consumed us. Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one. But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
I'm very unnerved.
It shouldn't count as her eating us if we offed ourselves.
Yeah.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better? I guess this is fine.
This is fine.
Doesn't feel half bad. Miles better than being dissolved, anyway. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together.
I've been asking for her to eat me all game, and now she actually did it, so I'm kind of thrilled. I'm stoked.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Yes, ma'am. This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
I don't buy that for a second.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
Uh-huh.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
But why aren't we?
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I've had enough of this guy. Kill the narrator.
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from
I could
them.
fall asleep to her voice.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
I'm gonna find my freedom. Hey, I got an achievement for that.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
Who even gaff?
What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
He can't make us quit, no matter how much he tries. He knows that talking's all he can do. Of course he's gonna try and confuse us.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
There's a place you need to be. You just have to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end.
That's fine by me.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
I think words are a little bit real.
All the more reason to keep trying. Come on, we aren't tired yet.
That part is true.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Yes, ma'am. I trust you. Find the way out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Oh, I see some rocks. But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now.
No sirree, I will not be doing
that.
that.
It's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
Ooh, what the fuck is that? His pleas disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
This was all of us, fighting as one.
And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
You're gonna be folded in on yourself in a second. But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you, and memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Yeah. We've been here before. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. If that thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Hey, it's a bird. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. I gotta be real with you, Mr. Narrator. I don't know what the fuck you are. I don't got a damn clue. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator? I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. Are you something like me? If you're not me, what are you? I have so many questions. Does it hurt when you break? I don't want to destroy you. And destroy the mirror? You're the narrator.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh. Bye-bye. What are you?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
You said something like that before. Has every narrator been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
I feel like that one was just a waste. I don't think I'm gonna be able to ask all of these, actually. Are you a part of me?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm the Long Quiet.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I always knew I was special. I'm pretty sure death is good, actually.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Death of the author, run out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not gonna slay her. Rest easy. Rest easy, I'll destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Bye. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh! Hey, bae.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Stop. Stop. I'm blushing. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Nexus Mods later today. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull up Lobotomy Corporation, and then I'm gonna search for Shifting Mound. Is that surely someone has like modded her in as an abnormality? Because I feel like this connection is so obvious, personally. And if it's real, I'm downloading that. Put that in my facility. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
That's because this is a visual novel, girl.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories we've left unfinished. Do you have a say in all of this? Slay the princess. Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you were always going to become this, what was the point of me doing anything? Did it matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Okay, girl. Okay, girl.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to.
I'm rocking with this song, actually. One second. Let me just... Yeah. Banger soundtrack.
Where did you end and I began? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Hey!
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another.
But that's why you gotta do it.
But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
We don't have to hurt each other.
You cling to emotion, pain and suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
I agree.
With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. You did not resist my violence, but it overcame you. Did you understand the flesh wasn't you? Or did you choose to gift yourself to someone who thought she hated you? To fear me is to fear losing the flesh. The flesh is not the spirit.
We are the whole of reality.
I mean, low-key, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy where it's like, I don't really care about the whole world if I've got me and you, I guess, you know? Not in the grand scheme of things. Not that the world doesn't matter, but that my number one priority is always going to be, you know, that certain someone.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
Well, all I really know, girl, is that I kinda rock with you heavy. You're oomph, and I love you.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
That's, I feel like that's half true. I'm a stubborn guy.
There is no constant. There is no center.
The constant is love.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hey, dude.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence.
What if I just give her a kiss?
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
Okay. It's a cabin.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place.
Okay, so this is the first route I went on.
Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Well, screw that guy.
To show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power. No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
I will not be slaying the princess.
If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I refuse to slay the
winding
princess.
stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here?
Oh,
First time
that's
we
okay,
heard her
Vince.
voice.
I'll upload my VOD tomorrow if you want to watch the end of the game. Night-night.
Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time.
It didn't bite me before.
We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Nah.
That's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. A conversation with us then probably wouldn't have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that.
We have love.
You know,
we have true love, and nothing
means
can
a
stop
lot.
us.
We don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. We like us as we are. Maybe we would have liked her version of us too, turning the wheel of a cosmic cycle together. But that's not the choice you made, even though she did everything in her power to convince you. It took courage for you to make your way down here, away from the paths others would have had you walk. We find that courage beautiful.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about.
Well, one thing about me is I'm going to be cynical until I die, so...
I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
And if you love me, you'd accept that. Can you tell me your name?
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
And that's why love is beautiful.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad. I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
I find it very uplifting. I love journeys. I love learning new things. I wonder if this was ever really fair.
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it? We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible, or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
I want to know what you want.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, hero.
Yeah, I think we've done our job. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Alright, bye. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this, yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
I love you.
And we love you too.
Aww. That's really sweet. Love wins. Because, I mean, I don't know. Who cares about the grand scheme of things if you've got me and if I've got you? Just leave it all behind. Things work out. You know. You'll find your people. Somehow. I liked it a lot, actually. I would say I am a fan of this game. I can't say that I'm like in a rush to see the other princesses, but I do think that I should revisit the game and try and get more achievements, you know? This was made on Rentby? Did I see that right? That's crazy. I was gonna say, I low-key, if I ever get around to it, not to like get too off topic, if I ever get around to it, I would love to if I make my Corpse Party spin-off fan game or whatever, I'd probably make it a visual novel instead of an art adventure RPG. It's more similar to Book of Shadows than Blood Covered. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Can I just S? Thanks. Yeah, and I'd probably make that on WinFriendP just because I know it's easy. Now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've unlocked a gallery. Access it from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab, and it's full of clues that'll help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Join the Discord, mailing list, subreddit, somewhere else. Make your playlist. Play our other game. I'll return to main menu. Wow. Okay. Memories? Oh, there's a lot of these. Meet your equal in combat. Die pathetically to an abrasive prisoner. She isn't armed. The beast. Betray her before she can betray you. I saw the stranger. Free an abrasive prisoner. The damsel. Okay. You don't need the world for your happy ending. Interesting. What's the spaces between? Oh, I see. It's you, you've grown, you've withered. The narrator. I haven't seen this one. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence? But I've seen this one. Interesting. Alright. Well, now I want to know what that is. The hero and the prisoner. Find the tower. What? There's so much more to this than I would have thought. Okay, yeah. I don't know when, but I would definitely like to revisit this and try and get more. Oh, I'm still missing stuff from Spectre. There's so much to this game. Okay. Yeah, this might be a stream series eventually. But yeah. Thank you all for sticking with me. How long have I been streaming? Oh, only 3.5 hours. That wasn't too long. Yeah, that was a really sweet game. Very, very charming. To beat the game, you just need a certain amount of vessels. It doesn't matter which ones. I suppose that makes sense. So wait. Well, now my question is, what about that first vessel where it was the one that you also saw again at the end with the 3 faces, where she kept shattering, I guess? Is that one not required? Because it seems like it's pretty important. The one you see at the end changes? Is it always the first one that you see? I guess is my first question. I don't have to ask you every question. I'm sure I can find it on Reddit or Google it or something. But yeah. But yes, I had a really good time. Oh, she's disappearing. Oh, the menu changes if I sit on it. Well, now I know that. Now I know that. And I love the art direction. The princess is always gorgeous, which I love, even when she is a freakish monster. But yeah, I can't ramble for too long. I do have class in the morning, so I should really end the stream. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Bye-bye. I love you guys. Happy early Valentine's Day. Yeah, good night.